Midday.
Thanks for joining us for KBOI 2 News Midday. I'm Kelsey Anderson. Now to your top 11 stories at 11 o'clock. Multiple crashes reported in northern Ada County during the morning commute after freezing rain hit the area around 7:30. Ada County deputies say they got reports of 4 slide-offs, 5 rollovers, 19 non-injury crashes, and 9 injury crashes. Deputies said the worst areas included Highway 16, Chinden, and State Street. Dispatchers tell us Idaho 16 was closed between Chinden and Raceway this morning, and the transportation department was called in to put sand down on the road. One of those crashes was at the corner of Highway 44 and Ballantine. A sergeant with the Ada County Sheriff's Office says this crash involved about 20 vehicles. He says one person was taken to the hospital after she got out of her car to check on another driver. The sergeant says she suffered minor injuries when the driver hit her car, which then hit her. We spoke with another driver who got out of his car but tried to jump back in when he saw a car sliding toward him.
My car is the Mazda right here, and well, the car that's right next to it hit another car that had been behind me and ricocheted. Came in, hit the driver's side door, and basically pinned my leg there for a little bit.
Anderson says he was pinned there for about 20 minutes, but his leg is okay now. Deputies warn drivers to slow down when you see wet roads, especially when the temperature is at or below freezing. And we now know the names of 2 suspects in the mass shooting in San Bernardino, California. And just minutes ago, police say they found 12 pipe bombs in their home. The attackers, a man and his wife or fiance, killed 14 people and injured at least 21 others. An update on the investigation coming up in just minutes. And we now know the name of the Caldwell man facing charges in an officer-involved shooting earlier this week. 40-year-old Clifford Carter is charged with attempted strangulation and domestic battery, along with 6 other charges. Carter was injured by gunfire during an altercation with police on Sunday night. He was taken to the hospital and booked into the Ada County Jail last night. The investigation is still ongoing. A 22-year-old Caldwell man is behind bars after a standoff with police in Nampa. Police say they tried to pull Eric Almeida over for a traffic violation, but he took off. The officer was able to follow him to a neighborhood, and police say he ran inside a home.
4 people that came outside of the house after the patrol officers started making announcements over the loudspeaker. 4 people were taken out of the house. 3 of them were transported to the Nampa Police Department, where they're currently being questioned by detectives.
Police say 2 of those people had warrants for their arrest. Almeida finally surrendered after almost 3 hours. Police say it's unclear why he took off in the first place. A Nampa man has pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter. Alberto Chavez is accused of shooting Kyle Jackson in the head in August in what police are calling a gang-related incident. According to our partners at the Idaho Press Tribune, his sentencing is set for January 21st. A Boise neighborhood has significant damage after police say a driver crashed through a sign and a couple mailboxes. The destruction happened on Northview Street. One neighbor says his mailbox was knocked down and there are tire tracks across his yard. Farther up the road, the sign at St. Mark's Catholic Church was also destroyed. Police say the driver went to the hospital with minor injuries. The Idaho Transportation Department will continue to grind concrete on I-84 near the Meridian Interchange overnight tonight. It's the second night of the noisy work. This grinding is one of the last pieces of the puzzle before crews can take down the cones in that area. An in-depth report on this in just minutes. And locals went to check out the design of the new Broadway Bridge at an open house hosted by the Idaho Transportation Department. ITD says the new bridge will be a major step up from the current one. The one now was built in 1956 and can no longer sustain the traffic, especially when catering to pedestrians and cyclists. Construction is set to begin in January, and the bridge will be closed until fall of 2016. A couple First Thursday events to tell you about tonight. Angel's Bar and Grill will be kicking off its Toys for Tots toy drive with live music and pictures with Santa Claus. The restaurant will give away a free winter warmer coffee drink with the donation of a toy tonight. Those festivities start at 5 p.m. And also tonight, the Boise Green Bike Winter Challenge kicks off with an open house at the Green Bike headquarters in downtown Boise. Staff will be on hand to answer questions about the challenge and sign up new members. If you complete a list of 25 things on the Boise Green Bike this winter, you could win a prize.